for this next weekend. Before we do, Sunscrap Nation, subscribe to the podcast, please. Hit the noti bell, subscribe button, like the video if you can. It'd be great. Sunscrap Nation, Charlotte, North Carolina, come train with me. Learn some cool stuff. We can MMA, Muay Thai, boxing, kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, wrestling, whatever. Come get better. All right. Breakdown time. This weekend, Charlotte, North Carolina, Spectrum Center. Saturday, 3 p.m. All right. Go through the prelims because there are some people. So, starting the card off with Jessica Rose Clark versus Tanara Lisboa. Definitely a fight to favor Jessica, or maybe I don't really know. 5-2. It's not like the worst, but actually juggle fight. Some pretty. Oh, she fought Valentina Shevchenko in Peru. Yeah, what did he just trips her? Okay. All right. Well, she's Muay Thai. Yeah, I think this is a fight for Jessica Rose Clark. Next on the list is the one that I really wanted to talk about. Brian Battle versus Gabe Green. Shout out to Brian Battle. Wait, hold on. I can do it. I can do the thing. Shout out to Brian Battle. Charlotte on the map. This guy, I trained jiu-jitsu with him, and still around great guy. I mean, and he's here to rep Charlotte, and I'm happy that he's. I mean, it's here obviously, but they got him on the card, and he's a great representation of what we bring to the table. And I think Gabe's going to be a good test of that. You know, being 11-4 and having a couple more fights, but yeah, I mean, Brian's a tough winner. I mean, how many accolades? I mean, there's 31 seasons, obviously, but tough winner, 30 of them. There's only, 30 of them every year, obviously, but it's impressive. And Gabe is, I think a win over Gabe will get him the fight that he really wants, and we'll get into that in a minute. But I think that's the trajectory he wants to go. He wants to he's trying to chase the fights, obviously, that get him to the championship, but he wants to make the right moves. And that's part of the game. So then after we have that, we have Jeon Kim and then Mandy Boehm. This is the second time Jeon's fought in Charlotte. Pretty sure. Yeah, second time she's fought in Charlotte. So, shout out to Jeon Kim for liking to come to Charlotte. Might be a fight for Mandy Boehm to win. She's 7-2. 33, 5-6. Arguably the same. Nate Levy versus Pete Rodriguez. Oh, Nate Levy's. Yeah, Paris, France. All right. Sorry, I only went to the prelims because of that one fight, and now I'm trying to look at other fights to talk about. Chase Sherman, Carl Williams, good fight. Cody Standeman, Douglas Silva, DeAndrade, good fight. Matt Brown versus Court McGee, just a nice old veterans brawl. I like it. Talking about 2010s jiu-jitsu or 2010s. Oh my god. Oh my god. Opening up emails. Oh my god. 2010s MMA. Here you go. It's a nice little throwback to start the main card. We had Mackenzie Dern and Angela Hill. That got moved till next or maybe next weekend or something. Yeah, I think next weekend's main card. I don't know why. I don't know the reasons. I don't know what's going on there. Maybe they just didn't have something, or I don't know. It's weird. Yeah, it got moved over to next weekend. Maybe the Edmund Shabazi and Anthony Hernandez wasn't doing well in sales. I mean, this card's kind of ugh, but it's on. I think it's in the Apex, so it's not like they're gonna lose money off of it. Yeah, it's just like a. This is one of those cards where it supports my point in the sense that if we just had enough fighters, like top 20 in the world, obviously we're not getting fights every weekend, but how great the fights would be. On top of that, you just wouldn't deal with this. You wouldn't have this issue. You wouldn't have someone pull a fighter from a card to put it on another card because it's not doing well as far as numbers and doesn't make any sense as far as like why put this card together? Why even have this? You have a certain contract, I guess, with ESPN Plus and whatnot, but it's just a waste of a. It's in Vegas, so it's like it's a waste of a card. All right, so main card: Tim Means versus Alex Morono. It's a good fight. Tim Means, I think, with his reach, is going to give Alex a lot of problems. It's a good fight for Tim. His striking's more versatile than Alex Morono's. Alex does have that one punch knockout, which he could try to lean on for this fight. Go to the body, go to the head. Touch the body, touch the head, and try to attack him that way. But I think with the versatility and just the more variety of weapons Tim has in the striking department, especially, it'll get him. It'll get him through. Maybe even with a knockout. So then now we have the Carlos Ulberg versus Ior Patoria fight. Carlos, obviously, training partners of Israel Adesanya out of that City Kickboxing. To me, the story of the fight here is just experience. 19-3 versus 8-1, 26. So, I mean, he's the dimensions, this Ior Patoria guy, aren't as crazy, but it's just the experience to me at a young age. KO'd. Oh, he's the guy that KO'd. Oh, Shogun. Oh, but that Nikolai dude KO'd him. Wait, how did he lose a fight? That's weird. Ukrainian. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. That's a problem. Yeah, maybe probably Eeyore. I'll probably go with Eeyore. Just the experience, and it's from Ukraine, man. Tough times right now. He's got a lot of people backing him. I wouldn't want to fight a Ukrainian right now. That's all I can say. Daniel Rodriguez versus Ian Gary. So I think this is the fight Ian Gary, or that Brian wants to, wins in emphatic fashion here in Charlotte. 704, da-da-da-da. I think he wants to call out Ian Gary, who's fighting on this card, and kind of find a way to get that fight, because he's mentioned it before. Also, it's a good matchup. He could win the fight, and it's a good payday. Daniel Rodriguez, though, 17-3. I think this is gonna be a hard fight for Ian Gary. Daniel Rodriguez is tough, and he's got good jiu-jitsu. I mean, and you look at his losses. It's not like he hits hard. He's got like Neil Magny. That's kind of Neil Magny submitted him. That's kind of oof. But he beat Li Jingliang. It's controversial, but I think if Ian Gary wants to stand around with him, it's a bad idea. But I just don't understand. I don't know how he takes him down without getting threatened with like submissions or whatnot. So that's why I feel like it's a hard fight for Ian. Just he's a big body that hits hard, and it's not just a overhand. He has like he's got power in both hands, and it's like set up technically. I'm gonna go Daniel Rodriguez if I was to pick a side on that one. And then you have the co-main event, which is Anthony Smith versus Johnny Walker. Anthony Smith says this is going to be his breakout performance in this fight. I personally think Johnny Walker isn't just going to come all the way to Charlotte, North Carolina, not to do something crazy. And I think that unpredictability against a guy, with over 50 fights, it's a very... And he's I don't know if he's on a win streak. He is. I mean, his last loss was to Jamal Hill. And now seeing that he had that fight with Jamal Hill and he wants to get it back, I think that's the fire that if anyone's going to have a breakout performance, I think Johnny Walker is going to. That's my opinion. But can't count Anthony Smith out. He is a dog in that sense. But I don't know, the dynamic nature of Johnny Walker, especially at light heavyweight. Like if this is a middleweight fight, Anthony Smith would probably take the shot. But just the fact that Johnny Walker is just, what is he, 6'5"? Yeah, 6'5", 205 pounds. I mean, something else on the day. And he does weird things, but it's with intention. I think it's hard to train for someone like that. I don't know if they've trained together, though. Why do I feel like they've trained together? Who knows? So I would lean towards Johnny Walker on that. And then Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Jai Hilton Almeida. Like I said, man, Jai Hilton different. He's him. I mean, his last performance gets a right hand right over the top. Boom. Shoots in, takes. I don't want to, but Shamil Abdurrahimov down. See, and he TKOs him in the second round. This dude's known for his grappling at heavyweight, and Jai Hilton picks him up, takes him down, and puts him in the worst position ever, back flat, and TKOs and out Dagestani's a Dagestani. His speed, his technique, it's going to be too much and too fast for Rozenstruik, I personally think. And I mean, groundwork is his... Yeah. Decision, Curtis Blades. 3 out of 6 takedowns. And it's not like he's getting takedowns through sheer... I mean, some of them are sheer strength, but his entries are very technical. He gets him to the position where he can get both of his hands around their knees. So there is no effort. A lot of his knockouts are... Obviously, the biggest fear in this fight is the unpredictability and the weird things that Jairzinho throws, like off his back foot, if he cuts angle in a weird way or whatnot, and hits him like in a position that he doesn't think he would have power, he's going to have power. And that's part of what makes him like Biggie Boy, like why everyone likes him. But I just think Jai Hilton Almeida's speed and technique is going to beat a kickboxer in MMA. Simple as that. Like I said, they're smart. They're not just shooting doubles to shoot doubles. Also, 18-2. That's a pretty good record. as far as, prospect coming in. It's a lot of experience. So those are my picks. Hope you enjoyed them. And I hope you guys enjoy this weekend's fights. Make sure to like and subscribe. Remember, come see me. Charlotte, North Carolina. Come train. Subscribe to the podcast. I said that. Find me Apple Music, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud. Maybe not SoundCloud. No, Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, and YouTube. Once again, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it for those that have been. And until next week, because we have another card. Until next week, though, enjoy the fights. Peace.